Guys, as the man himself, Bruce Buffer, would say, it is time because UFC 300 is this Saturday, and I am beyond excited for this card. We're going to break down this entire card, starting with the first early prelim of the night and going all the way up to the main event. And starting off with Cody Garbrandt versus Davison Figueiredo. Cody Garbrandt as the plus 270 underdog, and Davison Figueiredo as the minus 340 favorite. Man, this is going to be a good fight. And as much as everybody thinks Davison Figueiredo is going to win, I'm taking Cody Garbrandt. Because I watched Guru's video, I watched Lucas Tracy's video, and I'm leaning towards Guru's side, and I'm saying Cody's going to win because Davison Figueiredo likes to throw a lot of strikes, straight strikes, like jabs, straight right hands, straights to the body. Because in the Rob Font fight, he was doing well. It was a good fight. He was throwing a lot of straight shots, and he's done that his entire career. So I don't think that Davison Figueiredo is going to be able to knock out Cody Garbrandt with a straight shot, even though we know Cody Garbrandt's a glass cannon. I just don't think that Davison Figueiredo is going to be able to knock out Cody Garbrandt, and I think that Cody Garbrandt is going to hit him with a hook and is going to knock him out. Maybe not first round. I think that, and since Cody's super fast, I mean, this could go into the second, this could go into the third, it could go to a decision, but I think that Cody's going to knock out Davison Figueiredo. I genuinely do. And y'all can shit on that, but I am saying that Cody Garbrandt is going to knock out Davison Figueiredo. Now, moving up the card, Jim Miller versus Bobby Green. I'm taking Jim Miller. I'm taking Jim Miller by submission because Jim Miller has been absolutely hot in his recent fights. He's been on fire. And we saw what happened to Bobby Green recently. Bobby Green got knocked out twice in one fight. Maybe 3 times in one fight. And I think Bobby's career is on a downward spiral. And Jim Miller is getting this ranked opponent. And I think this is his moment. And Jim Miller is going to go out there and he's going to hurt Bobby Green on the feet. He's going to do better than Bobby Green on the feet because Bobby's just going to be wanting to throw that 1-2, and Jim Miller's going to get in there. He's going to take him down, and then he's also going to piece him on the feet. But Jim Miller by submission, Jim Miller by rear naked choke is my prediction. I'm not going to give an official round, but I just think that is the way that Jim Miller's going to get it done. Moving up the card, we got Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. I'm taking Marina Rodriguez in this fight. It is a pick'em. It's minus 110 and minus 110, but I'm picking Marina Rodriguez. We can compare these two women to the Yan Xiaonan performances. Jessica Andrade got beat up terribly in that fight. Got knocked down like 2 or 3 times in that fight. And Marina Rodriguez did really well against Yan Xiaonan. And Yan Xiaonan's about to fight for the title. Like, she's literally fighting for the title on this card. So, I mean, we can base that off it. These are both 2 very violent women right here. But I'm taking Marina Rodriguez to win this fight by decision. I think that this is going to be I think it's going to be back and forth, but I think Marina Rodriguez is going to cruise to a decision for this fight. So, moving up the card, Renato Moicano versus Jalen Turner. I'm picking Jalen Turner. I think that Jalen Turner's going to KO Renato Moicano. Guru said that Moicano's going to choke him out in the first round, but, I mean, Renato's good on the ground. Don't get me wrong. He's very good on the ground. I feel like he can get Turner to the ground without a doubt, but, I mean, Turner, man, he's a great striker. I know he just lost to Dan Hooker, and before that lost to Gamrot. But, I mean, Gamrot was just taking him down a bunch. And I feel like with Renato's skill set, that Renato can take him down when he wants to. But Jalen's just such a superior striker to Renato, and I feel like he's going to catch him pretty easily. Because, I mean, Drew Dober was catching him. Like, he was catching him with bombs, too. And Jalen Turner's got a lot longer reach than Drew Dober does. and he's got a lot more power than Drew Dober does too. So I am taking Jalen the Tarantula Turner to win this fight by knockout. Moving up the card to the start of the prelims, we have Diego Lopez versus Sadiq Yusuff. I'm taking Diego Lopez once again. Diego Lopez gave Movsar Evloev the hardest fight of his career, arguably won the fight. I think that he won the fight. Let's be real. And Sadiq Yusuff just got off an absolute war with Edson Barboza. Diego Lopez is good everywhere. He's good in the striking. He's good in the grappling. And I'm taking Diego Lopez to win this fight by submission because I think it's going to be a limb submission, probably an arm bar or like an ankle lock or something. Maybe some kind of leg lock. I'm not too sure what it's going to be, but I know it's going to be a limb submission. I know that Diego Lopez just got a TKO, but Diego's also great on the ground, and Sadiq is not near as good as Diego Lopez is on the ground, and I think Diego Lopez is going to pose a huge threat to Sadiq Yusuff on the feet and on the ground. So give me Diego Lopez by submission. Up the card, Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison. Holly Holm is too old. I'm just going to say that. Holly Holm, the preacher's daughter, she had her time when she KO'd Ronda Rousey, and she's too old now. She just got subbed by Mayra Bueno Silva, and she's 40 now? Kayla Harrison coming from the PFL. She's an Olympic gold medalist in judo. Like, Kayla Harrison's going to ragdoll Holly Holm. I'm just going to be real. I know that some people are saying, like, oh, Holly's going to win this, like, her striking. Kayla Harrison's a can. But, I mean, Kayla Harrison's going to ragdoll Holly Holm, and y'all are going to see. Like, Kayla Harrison is ready for the top 5 in the UFC women's bantamweight division. So, give me Kayla Harrison by decision because I think that Holly will do well on the feet, but Kayla Harrison's just going to throw her down and just, like, grapple her way to a victory. I know Holly Holm's a good boxer, and Kayla Harrison is not a terrible striker either. She's a really good striker. Well, I wouldn't say really good, but she's a good striker. But her judo background is going to come into play here, and everybody's going to see why she belongs in the elite of the elite in the women's bantamweight division of the UFC. So, give me Kayla Harrison by decision. Up the card, we got Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling. The odds are close for this one. Aljamain -108, Calvin Kattar -112. I'm picking Aljamain Sterling. I think that Aljamain Sterling's going to find his home at featherweight and show Calvin Kattar what grappling is, because who all has Calvin Kattar fought that's really posed a threat with grappling? Like, please tell me. Seriously. Aljamain Sterling is going to go out there and he's going to backpack Calvin Kattar and he's going to win. He's going to win by submission is what I think, because Calvin Kattar, he's been out for almost 2 years now. He's 36 now. He had that injury against Arnold Allen. Even though Sterling's coming off a KO loss to Sean O'Malley, I think Sterling's going to come out looking the best he's looked in a while at featherweight, and he's going to come out there and he's going to show levels to Calvin Kattar. He could also do good in the striking, because Aljamain Sterling's really not a bad striker either. He's a pretty good striker. He's a very unorthodox striker, and that's what I like about Sterling. But Sterling's going to come out there and he's going to backpack Calvin Kattar for the entire fight until he gets the sub, because I know Aljamain Sterling can do it. He did it against Sandhagen. So give me Aljamain Sterling. Give me Aljo by submission. And then the final prelim headliner, Yuri Prochazka versus Alexander Rakic. As much as I hate to say it, Rakic is going to win this fight. He's going to low kick Yuri, because Yuri does not have any low kick defense. We saw it against Pereira. We've seen it his whole career. Like, Rakic is going to come out there. He's going to low kick his way to a victory, either by decision or by TKO. I'm just going to say that. Could be either one, because Rakic, he's kind of boring, but he's good at striking. He's a good counter striker. But as long as he just doesn't fall for that, the unorthodox style of Yuri, then then Rakic can pull this out. And I truly believe that Rakic is a way better striker than Yuri is, and we'll see that come Saturday, because Rakic is going to low kick his way to a victory, decision, or TKO. TKO in the later rounds is what I'll say. And first fight on the main card, Bo Nickel versus Cody Brundage. I'm going Cody Brundage. Psych, I'm taking Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel is going to maul Cody Brundage badly. He's going to take him down, and he's going to pound his face in. Cody Brundage versus Bo Nickel should not be on the main card, and this is a disgrace to UFC 300 for this fight to be on the main card. But, I mean, it's whatever. I'm still happy that we got this. I'm happy that this is 5 days away. But Bo Nickel's going to run through Cody Brundage. Another first-round finish for Bo Nickel at minus 1350 and Cody Brundage at plus 800. But Bo Nickel's going to run straight through Cody Brundage, and it's not even going to be competitive at all. Cody Brundage is another sacrificial lamb. I'd say he's better than Val Woodburn. I mean, he's better than Jamie Pickett, but he's another sacrificial lamb. And Bo Nickel's going to run right through him. So that's my take for that. Up the card, Charles Oliveira versus Arman Tsarukyan. Arman Tsarukyan sitting at the minus 205. Charles Oliveira sitting at plus 170. I'm gonna do a little bit more breakdown on this fight before I give my official prediction. Arman Tsarukyan did better in the grappling against Islam than Charles did. Way better. That was a younger version of Arman Tsarukyan as well. But Charles, he got Beneil. I mean, they both finished Beneil in the first round. I think Charles did it better. Charles is a former champion who beat Michael Chandler, Justin Gaethje, and Dustin Poirier. Arman Tsarukyan's notable wins are who? Beneil Dariush, that's it? Beneil Dariush. Dog, you lost to Mateusz Gamrot. You lost to Gamrot. Seriously. RDA dropped Gamrot, and RDA's 40. Come on. Charlie Olives is going to win this fight. This is the Olive era. This is Olive's time. Let's go. I'm taking Charles Oliveira at the plus 170 underdog. Arman is not ready for the elite of the elite in this division, especially somebody like Charles. Charles is going to knock him out. Charles is going to knock out Arman Tsarukyan. Mark my words. Up the card, the featured fight of the night, Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. Man, it really took me a second to pick who I was going to take to win this fight. Justin Gaethje sitting at the minus 238 favorite. Max Holloway at the plus 195 underdog. I'm taking Justin Gaethje. I'm going to take Justin Gaethje to win this fight. Justin Gaethje has unreal power, coming off a massive, massive head kick win over Dustin Poirier. Max Holloway, of course, the gatekeeper at 145, but Max Holloway lost to Dustin Poirier. I know MMA math makes no sense, but I think Justin Gaethje is going to be the one to crack Max Holloway's chin, because who has Max Holloway faced other than McGregor that has good power? Max Holloway didn't get put out by McGregor, but Justin Gaethje knocked Poirier out cold when McGregor kind of TKO'd him. Poirier was still moving, but I think Justin Gaethje is going to be the one to crack Max's chin. I think Max is going to be lighting him up. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a scrap. This is going to be a war. Like, this is going to be fight of the night guaranteed. But Justin Gaethje is going to come out and he's going to put his power on display. He's going to show Max Holloway that his chin is not indestructible. And I think that Justin Gaethje is either going to win by KO or TKO. But it's going to be a good fight. Don't get me wrong. This is going to be a great fight. But Justin Gaethje is going to win. So, up the card, Yan Xiaonan versus Zhang Weili. We're in for another Zhang Weili masterclass. Just like what happened against Amanda Lemos. Yan Jianan, of course, coming off a big win against Jessica Andrade, but Zhang Weili is just kind of unbeatable. Like, China versus China, but the Weili is going to come out on top. Like, I promise. Weili is going to win this fight. Not exactly sure how, because Weili's striking is amazing and her grappling is pretty good, but Yan Xiaonan is just not going to have anything for Zhang, because Zhang can take this fight wherever she wants. Seriously. Zhang will win this fight, and it won't be close. Promise. That's all I got to say about that one. And on to the final fight, the main event, Jamal Hill versus Alex Pereira. Jamal Hill, the plus 130 underdog, and Alex Pereira, the minus 155 favorite. I was leaning toward Jamal Hill at first, but then I went and rewatched a lot of Jamal Hill's fights. Thiago Santos caught him with a left hook. Glover Teixeira caught him with a left hook. OSP caught him with a left hook. And if Alex Pereira catches you with a left hook, you're done. So I'm going to take Alex Pereira in this fight. I think that Jamal Hill is a good boxer. Don't get me wrong. He's very powerful. Jamal Hill could KO Alex Pereira, and I would not even be mad, honestly, because Jamal Hill has great power, unbelievable power, but Alex Pereira also has hands of stone. You get hit by Alex Pereira, and you're done for. We saw what happened with Yuri Adesanya. Like, saw what happened with Strickland. And then even in LFA, I know this guy's not very known, but Thomas Powell, Alex Pereira KO'd him out. Cold, stiff, felt like a bag of bricks. Thomas Powell just KO'd him cold. That's what put him on the map, too. Like, so if Jamal Hill gets in that pocket like Yuri did and gets caught with a left hook, Jamal Hill's going to sleep. And I know that's what's going to happen in this fight, is Jamal Hill's going to get caught with a left hook, and he's going to go to sleep. Let's be real. This is the outcome. I'm predicting a round 3 KO for Alex Pereira. I think Jamal Hill's going to be out there. He's going to be putting the pressure on Alex Pereira. But Alex Pereira's just going to be dancing around, throwing the calf kicks, throwing head kicks, just boxing with him, kickboxing, just doing everything he can to wear Jamal Hill down. And then once Jamal Hill kind of like pressures in on him and gets in the pocket, Alex Pereira is going to catch him. And that's what's going to happen in this fight. So those are my predictions. We will see what happens on UFC 300. And this is going to be a great card. Best card in UFC history. Like, this is the best card I've ever witnessed, seriously. And I'm so hyped for this card. And I don't think that... I don't know what I was going to say there, but I think a lot of these picks are pretty solid picks as well. I mean, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section. So, I will catch you all in the next video. See ya.